And welcome everybody to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us. And we got ourselves a great playoff game here on the stream. It is Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, man. Holy cow, this is going to be a pretty good one. Obviously, the Steelers coming in with a 4-game losing streak to finish out the regular season, but it's playoff time. It's a division game. None of that matters, man. We just saw the Texans, who did not look amazing through their last couple games, and man, they were able to take down the the LA Chargers in a pretty convincing fashion, man. That defense looked great. And I'm expecting something similar here, potentially with the Baltimore Ravens, whose defense has played significantly better on that back half. And then on top of that, that offense seems to be getting into a rhythm just at the right time. But, like I said, it's a division game and a playoff game. Now, momentum is something that you can possibly take a little bit into the playoffs, but at the end of the day, man, you got to show up on the day and win the game. And Mike Tomlin, he's won a Super Bowl. Russell Wilson, he's won a Super Bowl. And they got a bunch of playmakers on that defensive side. This Pittsburgh team has the ability to win here tonight. So don't count them out. But if I had a prediction, I think it's going to be a close game, and I think Baltimore's going to get a win. But it's going to be close. Let me know what you think. Dahlia, what's going on? What's going on? Hello, hello. Hopefully your evening's going well. Let me know. Let me know who you think is gonna win tonight. Oh boy, my goodness. Woo. Barely made it, guys. Barely made it, but we got here. We got here, and we didn't miss a single play. So heck yeah, let's go. Yeah, I was doing some family stuff here. I had to drive all the way to Milwaukee. We had a great time, but man, I had to kind of book it here safely. Always drive safe. But yeah, man, it was. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. As soon as I got here, posted that was gonna be a little bit late. Thankfully, the NFL is also very late. So, thank you, NFL. Thank you. But yeah, man. So we got here. We're all settled down. We got the lights also set up when that touchdown hits. And look at that, man. So there's definitely going to be a bathroom break early in this game, but we're going to get started first here because I don't want to miss the opening play. So we're definitely going to have to pee for one of these D's at some point in the coming minutes, probably on the second drive. And also, if my hair looks wild, it's because I had a hat on all day today. And yeah, I might actually put the beanie back on. It does, my God, it looks wild right now. But yeah, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. And Tucker kicking this one off, and it rolls in and out of the end zone. And Pittsburgh going to be getting the ball here at the 30 to start out this game. Russell Wilson, the man out of Wisconsin, one-time Super Bowl champion, was heavily paid by the Denver Broncos a couple seasons ago. That did not work out. And right now he is getting paid basically peanuts by the Steelers, but basically Denver is basically paying about $35 million for him not to be on the team. Quick throw to the left, and it's going to be dropped by Pat Freiermuth. Trying to get it out on a little stick route there on the left side. An auspicious start here for the Steelers. Quick throw down the left seam, getting it to the other tight end, Darnell Washington, the man out of Georgia. And he's picking up nearly 10 yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and inches coming up for Pittsburgh. We got Justin Fields in, the former Chicago Bear. Tight end in motion to the right, handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a first down run by Jaylen Warren. Getting the tough yards, gain of 3 there. Justin heading back to the sidelines. In comes Russell for this first down play. All right, we got 1st and 10. Russell in the shotgun. Hines trying to throw it to the left and incomplete. Trying to get it to the former New York Jet there, Williams. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Russell under center. Harris in the backfield alone. Single receiver to the left. Gets the handoff. Najee bouncing it to the right, and it's going to pick up maybe 5 on the carry. Got hit after a gain of 2, and that defender did not let go of that foot, man. He just could not get free. But a decent pickup of 4, so 3rd and manageable. All right. 3 receivers to the right, tight end in the slot. Three receivers to the left, tight end in the slot. Russell in the shotgun. Ravens send 4. Russell looking, scrambling. He escapes over the middle, but he's going to be taken down after a gain of 2. And the Baltimore defense coming up with a big stop here, forcing a 4th down. And it looks like Pittsburgh is going to have to punt this one away from their own 40-yard line. Punt is away, and he muffs it. He picks it up at the 1 and is tackled at the 5. Oh, boy. I mean, if it's that close, dude, just let it bounce into the end zone. Ooh. Yeah, that one looks like it just snuck right up on him a little bit. Just got a little high, got bounced right off his face mask. Ooh. Ooh. All right, guys. I will be right back. Just give me a few seconds here. Oh boy. So it looks like the refs missed a face mask on that tackle on the muff punt. And it's going to be a run up the middle with Henry, and he's going to be good to about the 14, so a gain of about 4. All right, we got 2nd and 6, and before the play can even get started, there's a bunch of flags all over the place, and I think this is going to be on Baltimore here. All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10, just inside the 5. Fullback in motion, play action. Lamar looking, finds a receiver at the 10, and he'll get it down to about the 13. Gain of about 8 there. Let's go. And Baltimore is going to be without arguably their most versatile weapon, and that is Zay Flowers. He is not active for this game, dealing with some injuries. So able to find the tight end Isaiah Likely on that last play. Likely really came on last year after Andrews went down with an injury, and this season he started out kind of as their number 1 tight end, but has slowly lost snaps. 3 receivers to the right. Lamar hands it off. No, he keeps it. Makes a man miss, makes another, and that's going to be a gain of 4 and a first down for the Baltimore Ravens. Dude, Lamar is just so smooth with that keeper, man. Every single time, I feel like he just hands it off. Just a great job reading the linebacker, crashing down, and just picking up the yardage, man. He made Minkah Fitzpatrick, man. He just juked him right out of his shoes. And then even TJ Watt wasn't able to bring him down. So we got 1st and 10, ball at the 17. Fakes the handoff. Lamar staying in the pocket, rolling, and it's going to be almost sacked. He actually gets a yard on the play. So we got 2nd and 9 coming up. That's about as good of a sack as you're going to get consistently on Lamar, man. The guy is just so dang slippery. If you can bring him down for a gain of 1, that's a positive. It's a positive play. All right, Lamar in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, single receiver to the left. And he's going to keep it, run it to the right, and going to be down at around the 26. We got 3rd and 1 coming up, man. Lamar looks fast, dude. He looks fast tonight. Yeah, the acceleration on that one. He's going to slide early. And another keeper, Lamar, breaking the tackle and getting it across the 30 down to the 31. And that is a first down for Baltimore, man. Just keeping it rolling. And 1st and 10, and Lamar keeps it again, running to the right, and he's going to get it around the 35. And we got a little something. Luckily, Lamar is fine. At first, he was like a little slow to get up, but he seems like he's okay. There's almost a little scuffle there. I think his offensive line took a little bit of that little hit off at the sidelines there, that drag down Took it a little personal. They got to protect this man, dude. Without Lamar, the team is talented, but they're not winning the Super Bowl without Lamar. So we got 2nd and 6. I mean, he's a franchise. 3 receivers to the left. Lamar, quick throw to his tight end. And that is Andrews picking up the first down at the 41. Yeah, dude, Mark Andrews, after that nasty, I think it was an ankle. I think he broke his ankle or dislocated his ankle last year. It looked bad, man. It did not look like a pretty tackle. And then we weren't sure if he was going to come back, man. It was like, but man, dude, he has come back. He looks good, man. Mark Andrews has looked phenomenal this season. The back half of it, great job. Hand off to Henry, who breaks a tackle and just running roughshod over this Pittsburgh defense, man. Right up the middle. Some tough yards, man. Dude, that dude is huge. Jesus. That was a great job by the offensive line. I don't think Henry was touched until about 7 or 8 yards down the field. Do you get a guy like Henry with some momentum up the field? Terrifying. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball in Pittsburgh territory, and that's going to be a handoff, and Henry breaks in it to the 25, 20, stiff arms, 15, and down to the 13. Derrick Henry imposing his will on the last 2 plays, man. Woo! Oh, yeah, man. Gain of 33 yards. That was a direct snap to Derrick, ran to the left, cut it upfield, and then stiff-armed Minkah at around the 20, just stiff-arming him to the ground. And Fitzpatrick, man, Minkah Fitzpatrick is a multi-time Pro Bowl, All-Pro safety, man. That's not just some dude. And Lamar looking, and he's going to have to throw this one away. There's about 2 Steelers right in his face on that one. We got 5:26 left in the first here. 2nd and 10, ball at the 12. It's going to be a handoff. And they're going to lose some yardage here. Loss of 2, and that is Hill with the carry. Yeah, Hill trying to bounce it out to the left, going very wide. But Pittsburgh just doing a great job of just stringing that one all the way to the sidelines. It's going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3, actually. Yeah, loss of 3, so 3rd and 13 coming up back at around the 14. Lamar looking over the middle, and he finds his man. That is a touchdown for Bates. Oh, Bateman with an absolute beautiful catch, man. Holy cow. I was going to say diving catch, but honestly, Lamar just threw it perfectly, and he just kind of caught it as he was falling down. Wow, man. On 3rd and 13, all the way back at their own 15. Oh, just a nice little deep dig route, man. From the right to the left, Lamar hit him right in stride perfectly. Yeah, that's about as good as you can get right there. Extra point is up, and it is good, which is not always going to be the case. Seems not to be the case with Tucker this season, man. He has been a little off here. And let me know if you can see the score on that Baltimore. Can you see the 7 on? Otherwise, I can change these numbers to white to make it a little bit more clear. So let me know. Yeah, my prediction of this game being close. I mean, it's early. It's only 7-0, but I mean, dude, Baltimore looked good. I might have been wrong on that prediction, but we'll see, man. We will see. Yeah, talking quickly about the Chargers and Texans game. I did not get a chance to watch any part of that game, unfortunately. I caught, I think, a good chunk of the fourth quarter, or maybe like the last like 8 minutes on the drive back home. I was listening to Tom Grassi in his stream, and it just seemed like it was a rough night for the Chargers. Not just defensively, offensively. It looks like Herbert, I think he threw 3 or 4 picks. Might have thrown one more. The fourth one at the end of the game. It just looked like a rough game. The first time the only time I really got to see what the score was before I was basically catching Tom's stream was the Chargers were up 6-0. And when I finally was driving and listening to Tom, it was like 20-6, and then 25-12, and it was just, yeah, it was wild, man, wild. We got a we got a blocked extra point that was returned for 2 points for the Houston Texans. Man, that game seemed like it was wild, and it's unfortunate, man, because the Chargers were looking really good throughout the season. I don't think it's a failure, especially with the expectations. It feels like it, but first season under a new head coach, made the playoffs, and it's going to be a flea flicker, and it's not going to work out for the Steelers. And holy cow, man, that looked ugly from the beginning. And that's the big man Pierce, who's had a couple interceptions this season, man. The big man can do just he does more than just cover like an all-pro corner, man. He can get a sack when you need it. So 2nd and 3 after the failed flea flicker, there's not many of those that work out in real life. Russell in the shotgun takes a snap. 2 receivers to his left, looking, dumping it underneath to Jaylen Warren. Gets to the 30 and down at the 34. Decent gain, and it will make it a much more manageable 3rd down for the Steelers. Oh my goodness, you are correct. Holy cow. Look at that, man. I am unbelievable. Of course, we had the first touchdown of the game, and you know what that means. Thank you, Dahlia. It's time to turn on the lights. There we go. So we got 3rd and 7. Shout out to Dahlia for reminding me on that one. And quick throw to the right and gets it out to Pat Freiermuth. I think he's going to be about I think if he would have just gone down immediately, I think it would have been 4th and 1. But because he got hit backwards and then trying to keep on going forward, it's going to be 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 3 there. And for Pittsburgh, it's going to be another series that ends before they can even get into Baltimore territory here. Bad snap on the punt there, and but it's a phenomenal punt. It'll be inside the 20 down to about the 15. All right, man. Lamar and this offense are going to have a big opportunity, man, to be able to put up another touchdown and kind of start making this game a little bit, you know, is it going to be a blowout, or is it going to be, is it going to be closer than what we're seeing right now? Yeah, the Steelers offense, man, they have just been struggling to put up points, man. In the middle part of the season, they were looking great. It looked like they were one of the best teams in the NFL. And then 4 consecutive losses, and it wasn't like they were losing, 34-30 or something like that. It wasn't. I mean, they looked bad on offense, and their defense was not playing at the same level that we were seeing early in the season as well. So 4 straight losses, and on top of that, there is very few aspects of your team that is actually playing consistently well. So they gotta find some. They gotta find some rhythm, man. They just have to find something. They're gonna have to take some chances, some shots down the field, see if it works. Because I don't think that this offense, once again, is not like, even when they were finding success on offense in the middle of that part of the season, they were not really driving down the field, 4 or 5 yards at a time. It was the play action, the explosive plays down the field, getting it to, George Pickens, getting it to his other receivers that so far, man, those guys they're not there, man. And even Pickens over the last couple of weeks, he has looked pretty off his game. So there's actually going to be a 5-yard penalty because the Steeler that downed the ball at the 15 basically ran himself out of bounds and then came back in, which it's one thing if you get pushed out of bounds, but it's another thing you can't run yourself out of bounds to basically just avoid the gunners, the receivers there. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 20. And Henry with a carry, and that's going to be a gain of 1. Second and 9. Shotgun, quick throw to the left seam, and it's going to be a gain of about 5. That was number 6, Anthony Miller, with a nice little catch there. And Lamar throwing it over the middle, hits his man in stride, and getting it down to the 50 is Isaiah Likely on 3rd and 4, man. Woo! Woo! Holy cow. Oh, just a nice post route, basically a crossing route almost at the same time. Yeah, Lamar found him late on that one, but he was just wide open, man. Ball at the 49 of Pittsburgh, 1st and 10. Fullback running back in the backfield. Lamar play action, running up the middle and getting it down to maybe the 47, gain of 2 there. Second and 8. Receiver in motion. Lamar in the shotgun, pressure in his face, and is going to get it out to Hill, who's going to lose about 3 or 4 yards on the reception there. He's going to be taken down back at their Baltimore's 49, and that is the end of the first quarter there. All right, we're going to see how Baltimore responds after that pretty decent loss there, unfortunately. And don't worry, we're not missing a thing. We're still on commercial. I'm just trying to update some of the timeouts here that I think there's still some of these are still from the Minnesota game. So early on, man, they're really challenging the secondary here. A lot of play action, a lot of like they're giving the ball to Lamar a lot, whether it's running or passing. So far, Derek, outside of those two big runs, I think he had a run early on that first opening drive, but then it finished off with, basically those two big runs. Outside of that, man, he hasn't really carried the ball a whole lot. I think it's maybe 4 or 5. So we got 3rd and 12 back at their own 49. Need to get it inside the 40 of Pittsburgh. They're going to bounce it out to Hill, and he's going to be taken down at about the 45, so well short of the first down. All right, Stout in to punt this one away for Baltimore. And it's going to be in the end zone there. So Pittsburgh going to get the ball at the 20 on their 3rd drive of this game. Going to see if they can get something going. There is a late flag on the field here, so we're going to see what it is. It looks like it could be on Baltimore here. Okay, so there is no illegal. So they're going to say it was illegal touching, but they're picking up the flag. So no flag. Pittsburgh going to get it at the 20. All right, Najee Harris in the backfield. Single receiver to the right. Wilson under center. Takes a snap, looking, hands it off to Harris. And he's going to fight his way to about nearly the 25. I think they're going to mark him just ahead of the 24. And we got 13-50 in the second here. 2nd and 5. Wilson under center. Harris in the backfield alone. Tight end in motion, and it's going to be another handoff. This one to the left. And Harris picking up another tough 3, maybe 4 yards, actually. Going to make it 3rd and 2. Wilson alone in the shotgun. Quick throw to his tight end. And Freiermuth is going to be right. It's either right on the marker or it's going to be inches short. And they're signaling 4th down. Let's see here. Yeah, that's short. Not by much. And wow, really? They're going to punt it away, huh? They don't believe that Wilson could, QB sneak it for that couple inches? No. All right, and the ball is going to be down inside the 20 there. That was a heck of a tackle there by Washington. I believe that's the corner. Yeah, going one-on-one with a tight end that probably outweighs him by about 30, if not probably 45 pounds. Pat Freiermuth he's not like one of those tight ends that's built like a receiver. He's built like a tight end. Don't get me wrong, he has hands and he can get some yardage for sure, but you can tell he's built more like a traditional tight end from like the mid 2000s, early 2010s. So being able to, take down that guy one-on-one when he was already about a yard away from the first down, it's a heck of a tackle. All right. Quick snap, and it's going to be a gain of about 1. That was Derrick Henry on the carry. Lamar in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out wide to the left, tight end to the right. And Lamar's going to run right up the middle and pick up 8.5 there. It'll be third and inches. So third and about half a yard. Lamar trying to plead his case, saying that he got it. And they're going to QB sneak it with a tight end. So a TE sneak there. That was Mark Andrews. Once again, that's what I was expecting the Steelers to do when it was like 4th and inches. It's like, I know you're on your own 30, but it's like, dude, you got to find points, man. Like, you're only down by a single touchdown, but you gotta make opportunities. Like, it's one thing if you're like, oh yeah, my offense, we've proven that we can score points in bunches. You haven't done that in months, man. You gotta steal possessions here, and it's gonna be a run by Derrick Henry and a big hole up the middle and gain of about 8.5 for the big man. The former Tennessee Titan, man, he has been picking up yardage in chunks. Nice little trap play there. Fullback basically coming down from the left to the right, blocking down, and just open up a little bit of a canyon, basically, for Derrick Henry. And it's going to be a handoff to... No, and Lamar fighting his way with a keeper, and he's going to be about half a yard shy of the first down, so 3rd and 1. And that was Peyton Wilson with the tackle. Getting some help from TJ Watt, I believe, on that one. Yeah, TJ took the running back, and it was up to Peyton Wilson to go one-on-one with Lamar. Third and inches, handoff. Henry easily picking up the yardage, gain of 3 and a first down for Baltimore. Two receivers to the left, Lamar under center, single back in the backfield. And another handoff, Henry bouncing it back inside, and he's going to get it out across the 40 down to the 41. Second and 8. Lamar in the shotgun, and looks like we might get a Baltimore flag here, and it is. It's going to be on Stanley, the left tackle. Second and 13. Lamar with plenty of time. He's going to scramble, breaks a tackle to the 40, 45, 50, 45, and finally taken down at the 44, but he is slow to get up. And, oh man, he took a hit after that one. And on top of that, there was also a flag on the Steelers. I think they're going to tack on some extra yardage at the end of the run there. Oh, yeah, that was Joey Porter Jr. just holding Wallace. Oh, yeah, Peyton Wilson just took a... And granted, Lamar dove head first, so he wasn't a defenseless, he didn't slide. So Peyton just kind of hit him right in the back there. So Lamar, man, you already had the first down, man. You just got to slide. Rolling out to his right is Lamar looking, and he's going to run for it, and a gain of 2 maybe on the carry. So far on this drive, Baltimore has run 9 plays, and all of them have been runs. Granted, some of them have been scrambles by Lamar. All right, we got 3 receivers bunched up on the left, tight end to the right, and keeper by Lamar, and it looks like he might pick up the first, and he does. Gain of about 9, and the Baltimore offense just continues to get down the field. They are well in field goal territory now, inside the 30 down to probably about the 27. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 28. Fullback running back in the backfield. Lamar hands it off to Derrick Henry, goes right up the middle, and falls forward for a gain of 3 down to the 25. And we're approaching 5 minutes in this second quarter. And the Ravens are approaching the red zone here with a chance to potentially tack on another touchdown before halftime. Taking their time, man. They are taking their time. Lamar under center, fullback, running back, single receiver to the left. It's going to be a toss to Henry to the left side. Finds a hole, 1st down 15, down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 8 for Baltimore. Jeez, man. Henry has barely been touched, man. Just the amount of momentum that he is able to get once he gets into the secondary, dude, it is terrifying. Great job by Isaiah Likely. Kincaid also able to go out there, number 42. And then Henry just literally just bounced it just inside those guys and just able to just pick up chunks of yardage. Hand off to Henry, and he punches it in for the touchdown. Was met at the 5, but just kept turning those legs. And that is a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens, and they are in control in this game. Hot dang, dude. I don't think Baltimore threw the ball one time on that drive. What was it, like 13 to 14 plays? I think all of them were on the ground. Tucker in to kick this one up, and it is right down the middle. And with 4:09 left in the first half, the Baltimore Ravens are on top 14-0 over their division rival. Man, dude, Pittsburgh is going to have to wake up. So we're going to go to a commercial break here, and we're going to see what Russell Wilson in this offense can do. They have yet to get into Baltimore territory in this game. All right, looks like we're back from commercial break. Tucker in to kick this one away. We'll see. There's going to be a return caught at around the 2 to the 20. Stutter stepping his way across the 25 and down to the 29. So a pretty decent return there for the Steelers, but they're going to need some explosive plays here. They got probably around 4 minutes left. Got to do something. Especially when you realize that Baltimore is actually going to get this the opening kickoff in the second half. So we got 1st and 10. Wilson with a quick throw to the left. And Pickens able to pick up around 7 to 8 yards. Takes a hit after he hit the ground there. So 2nd and 2. Single receiver to the left, 3 receivers to the right, tight end in the slot, shotgun. Wilson takes a snap, look into his left, bounces it inside underneath the coverage to his running back Warren, and he picks up the first down out across the 40 down to the 42. And we have Justin Fields in for this 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Rolling, and he gets nearly tackled. He gets nearly sacked, I should say, but able to get the ball to the sidelines for an incomplete pass. And it looks like that will be the end of Justin Fields for now. 2nd and 10, Russell Wilson coming in. That was a great job by Marlon Humphreys, man, putting pressure on him. Shotgun, 2-by-2 formation, two receivers to the right. Delayed handoff, Warren, and he's going to fight his way for a gain of about 2. All right, 3rd and 8. Two receivers to the left, tight end in the slot to the right. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout here taken by the Pittsburgh. Nope, by Baltimore, actually. Stopping the clock at 2:41. All right, Russell in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched up on that right side. Wilson looking, throwing it deep down the field, trying to get it to George Pickens. He hits him to the 20, 15, and what a throw, what a catch by George Pickens. Hit him in stride. Oh, no, there's a flag. There's a flag. No way. And it's going to be offensive pass interference by George Pickens. Oh, wow. I mean, that's tough, man. And unfortunately it was a push off. I don't think he would have needed it, man. Dang, dude. So 3rd and 18. Ball was inside the red zone, man. Holy cow. And Wilson dumping it underneath to his tight end, and that's going to be a very decent gain, but unfortunately well short of what they needed. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Baltimore going to have 2 minutes, 2 timeouts to try to tack on some more to this already 14-point lead. Can they make it 17? 3 possession. Can they make it 21? We'll see, man. Dahlia Tomlin and Omar Epps look so alike to me that I believe they're the same. You're probably right, man. Like, I haven't seen Omar Epps in a while, but I 100% see it. Like, if they ever decide to do like a documentary or like a short like TV film about Tomlin, I mean Omar Epps is be the perfect dude to do it. That's hilarious. That's actually very hilarious. But yeah, I could see it. Yeah, dude. especially now. Like especially when they were both younger, they looked pretty darn similar. But now with Mike basically bald, it's very very similar. That's hilarious. Hey man, gotta have your lookalikes out there. All right, looks like we're back from the commercial break. William in to kick this one away, and it's gonna be a decent punt, and down at about the 11. And it's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, and only good for about 2 or 3 there. Baltimore kind of taking their time here. They're not too worried about the clock. They're up by 14. Clock under 120. Lamar in the pistol, receiver in motion to the left. And another handoff. Derrick Henry bowling his way for a gain of about 5. It'll be third and 3 coming up. And the Steelers surprisingly call a timeout here. And we're going to go to a commercial break. All right. So very sluggish Pittsburgh, unfortunately. For them, like I said, they're big. Even when they were playing amazing throughout the regular season, is when they had those play action deep balls down the field to George Pickens. Basically, what we kind of saw on that penalty, outside of just the push off. Otherwise, it was a solid throw. I think if Pickens comes back for if he doesn't shove Humphreys down and instead attacks the ball, he's either going to have a good chance of catching it, or Humphreys is going to basically run into him, and it's going to be a pass interference on the defense instead of the offense. But man, dude, it's just been a rough game. First half, I should say, for Pittsburgh. All right, we got 3rd and 2. Lamar in the shotgun. Receiver in motion to the right. Quick throw, slant route, and that is Rashad Bateman with a great catch and a first down for the Ravens. Clock under 60 seconds. Keeps it going. Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens keeping those timeouts in their pocket. Ball at the 27. Lamar rolling out to his right. Trying to find somebody deep over the middle. He does. He gets it out to one of his receivers who is out across the 50 down to the 47. And I think Baltimore's going to have to use that second timeout here. That was to Nelson Aguilar, the former Philadelphia Eagle there. And we're not missing anything yet. They're just kind of showing a replay here. So Baltimore did use that second timeout, stopping the clock at 43 seconds. They are in Pittsburgh territory. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Lamar in the shotgun. Hill in the backfield with him. Quick throw, and he's going to be tackled inbounds. And if I'm Miller, I would have just tried to drop that one. But the clock continues to run, it looks like. And actually, no, Baltimore using their final timeout here. 36 seconds. I think obviously they're going to try to get a touchdown, but if they can't, they're going to try to make this an easier kick for Justin Tucker. I mean, taking a 17-point lead, making it 3 possessions just before the half, I'd take that any day. Don't try to get greedy. Take what the defense gives you. If you can get a couple extra, 5 or 10 yards here on these next 2 plays that you probably can get off in 30 seconds. Final one, down the ball, spike the ball, I should say, and stop the clock and give Tucker a chance here. All right, so they readjusted the clock here, 37 seconds. 2nd and 6. Three receivers bunched up to the left. Lamar in the shotgun. Looking, pressure, escapes the pressure, finds his tight end to the 30, to the 25, and finally running out of bounds inside the 25 is Mark Andrews. Holy cow, man. Lamar nearly just got sandwiched between 2 pass rushing linebackers, but just smoothly just stepped up in the pocket, found a nice little soft spot in that pocket, delivered a great ball, and Andrews just did the rest. Stopped the clock also at 28 seconds. Ball at the 24. I mean, with Lamar's arm and these receivers, you can probably throw a touchdown from here. Over the middle, finds Isaiah Likely, who stiff arms a player, and he's going to be down inside the 5, trying to get the ball. Come on. Got it at the 5, 12 seconds, 11. And Lamar spikes it with 11 seconds, 2nd and goal. Dude, Isaiah Likely, man, stiff-arming somebody around the 15, or the 10, I think, and then getting it all the way down to the 5. So with 11 seconds here, you're going to get at least 2 cracks if you're quick about it. So 2nd and goal. Lamar looking, and Pittsburgh going to use a timeout here. Looks like they were not set, man. Roberts, I think the middle linebacker, man, just yelling at the sidelines, saying like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So Lamar, 12 for 14, a buck 39 and a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 13 carries for 100 yards on the dot, as well as a touchdown. They are 5 yards away from an opportunity here to push this one to 21 to nothing. All right, we got 2-by-2 formation. Bateman in motion to the right. Lamar looking. Not going to be able to get another playoff here. Finds his receiver, and it's a touchdown! Baltimore, that is the running back. Justice Hill underneath the coverage. Nobody went with him. I was about to say, like, Lamar, what are you doing, man? Just throw it away. You're killing it. You could have ran another play. Don't need another play. It's a touchdown. Exactly what you wanted. Wow. Baltimore started, I'm pretty sure they started at their own 11-yard line with just under 2 minutes left. And they drove down the field 89 yards. And still 2 seconds left in the half. Wow. Chris Lasso, what's going on, brother? Long time no see, man. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Heck yeah, man. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Justin Tucker in for this kick, and Baltimore up 21 to nothing over the division rival Pittsburgh Steelers here in Wild Card Weekend. Chris, what game are you looking forward to the most this weekend, man? I mean, there's a lot of good ones, man. A lot of good games. Holy cow, man. If Baltimore can just keep putting on the points, the first 2 games of the NFL playoffs are basically going to be blowouts. Houston Texans won by 20, 32-12 over the Chargers. And right now, with 2 seconds left in the first half, Baltimore on top, 21 to nothing. Hot dang, dude. Hot dang. Unfortunately, it looks like Cameron Hayward is very, very gingerly walking to the locker room. You hate to see that, man, especially a guy like him who's just pro, has been one of the best for a long time. I hope this is not the final time we're seeing Cameron Hayward, especially in this game. The guy is just so dang good, man. He's still playing at a high level. Highly respected around the league, dude. Like, when people talk about Cameron Hayward, it's like the amount of stuff that they like, just his professionalism, how good of a guy he is, giving advice to some of the younger guys. Yeah, man. Hopefully he's okay. And Wilson takes a knee, and that'll be the end of the first half here in Baltimore, Maryland, with the Ravens on top, 20 to nothing. Excited for Bills versus Broncos. That is going to be a very good game, man. That Broncos defense has been playing really well for basically most of the season, and that offense, man, when they get going, they can put up points. So I agree. That's one that we're definitely gonna have to. We're definitely gonna be doing that one for sure, as well as the Packers and the Eagles game. Oh man, dude, Packers and the Eagles, man. I'm nervous as a Packer fan, but dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see because I want to see what this Packer team can do. They have the reputation this season that they can't beat the good teams. Of their 6 losses, two of them to the Vikings, two of them to the Lions, one of them to the the Eagles, and then obviously the Bears. But yeah, man, I want to see if they can get going, man. That was a thing about the Packers in 2010. Everybody was saying this team is talented, they're young, but they can't beat the great teams. They in 2010 they were 10-6, they were the 6th seed, things like that, man, and they went on a run. Yeah, they're the outside of those 2 games, I'm kind of curious. I think the game that could be the most competitive because I think they match up well against each other. Washington versus Tampa Bay. I think everybody's really excited, and I think everybody's picking. Most people are kind of picking Washington just based off their not only their record but just the excitement around that team. And it's granted, it's well earned. But Tampa Bay, man, that defense is really solid. And when that offense, if Baker Mayfield can protect the ball and they can get that running game going, once that running game really gets going for Tampa Bay, dude, they are tough to stop. They are really, really tough to stop. They got solid receivers dealing with some injuries, but man, they still got Mike Evans. Like that guy can take over a game. So that's a game I'm really, really excited to watch as well. But outside of football, man, Chris, how's your New Year's going for you, man? You're right. That's gonna be it, man. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good game, man. I like the defense matching up against that offense. It's gonna be an interesting game, man. Hopefully, I think it will be. Cam Carnivale, what's going on, dude? Welcome, my dude. How you been, man? Good to see you in the chat, dude. So far, so good, man. Started off the year busy with a lot of travel for work. Away for a while. Oh yeah, been trying to get back with absolutely, man. Hey, man. Hey, you gotta do that work, man. You gotta pay the bills. Gotta find. You gotta do that. You gotta do all that stuff, man. But hey, man, I'm glad it's going out. It's going well. Busy isn't always a bad thing. Being busy, as long as you're doing what you want to do and you're making some decent cash. Hey, man, Can't go wrong. But yeah, man, thank you for popping in, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, Cam, it's been good while since I've been here. Yeah, man. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Hopefully the holidays were not too crazy for you. But yeah, man. No, it's good to see you, man. Especially, hey, man, your Baltimore Ravens, dude, they're popping off right now. It's a division game. There's still a whole nother half to play, man, but they have looked good. Running the ball, passing the ball. Right now it's all working. That defense also just flying around. They're making plays, man. Both sides of the ball are making plays. Special teams has been solid as well outside of that muffed punt there to kind of open up the offensive drive there. Yeah, it's really fun to watch. Absolutely, dude. I hope tomorrow it's the same thing for my Packers. Hopefully they can jump out to a big lead. But yeah, dude. Anytime your team is up 21-0, you're like, all right, I can kind of let loose a little bit here and there. Oh, dude, Lamar has been just wild in this game, dude. There's been so many times that he's looked like he's about to get sacked and then just finds somebody. Like the touchdown to Hill to end the half. I think there was the throw to Likely as well that got them inside the 10. That he literally just slid just like 2 yards ahead, and he was about to get sandwiched between two linebackers, man. Just found a way to slip out of it, found a man and made a big play. Dude has been crazy. That MVP, hey man, for the way if he plays like this throughout the playoffs, he's gonna get more than just the MVP, man. He might get a ring at the end of this. Yeah, man, Lamar has been impressive this first half, man. Like I said, in the AFC, I'm kind of pulling for the Ravens and the Bills. I kind of want to see. No offense to Chiefs fans. It's nothing personal. I don't dislike the Chiefs, but I'm just looking for a little bit of variety. But yeah, man. Yeah, dude, if the Ravens can continue to run the ball like they have in this first half with Lamar, with Derrick Henry, when both of those guys are just able to get yardage, it's almost impossible to stop this offense. Yeah, let me look at the numbers here. I was initially looking at the Houston game, but we'll look at those a little bit later. As long as it's not the Chiefs, Eagles, or Steelers, I'd be fine with anyone else winning. That's fair. That is fair. And by the looks of it, I don't think the Steelers are. So yeah, Lamar, 13 for 15, a $144 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks, no sacks. And then Derrick Henry, averaging nearly 8 yards per carry on 13 carries. Has a touchdown as well. Long of 34. Lamar, 11 for 64, averaging nearly 6 yards per carry. Isaiah Likely, 3 for 53. Mark Andrews, 2 for 27. So basically the tight ends have really been putting in the work for this Baltimore offense. And Chris, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I feel like that's like the consensus for most. I think I said this. I don't know if I said this on the stream or not. Historically, would it be cool? Would it be cool to see the Chiefs win a third one? Be the first team to ever do that in the Super Bowl era? Yes, historically that'd be cool. It would be a great documentary. Blah blah blah. But when you're a fan of another team and you're living through that, it is torture. It is absolute torture to live through that. And it's like I guarantee you, even if the Packers, in my opinion, if the Packers were winning 3 Super Bowls in a row or had a chance to win three, that'd be awesome as a Packer fan. But I would completely understand why almost every other fan base would be like, dude, I am so sick of seeing the Packers. And David Stegosaurus, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Just got here. Wow, well, not expected, but go Pack, go. Let's go. Go Pack, go. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion with like the Chiefs. It's awesome that it could happen historically. That'd be an awesome like thing to like talk about like in 20, 30, 40 years. Be like, yeah, man, I got to see, it's like watching like those old teams. It's like watching the Packers during like the 50s and 60s. You know, you watching like them win what 5 championships in like a span of like less than 10 years. Like it's cool, but man, whew, it's tough to watch if you're not a Chiefs fan or a fan of that team. So it's kind of what my opinion is. Would it be cool? Sure. But would it be boring and potentially annoying? Yeah. And I think it's also part of it, like how the Chiefs are winning. Like if they were winning like with like a little bit of style, like the Lions were, I think it would be a little bit easier to swallow. But man, the Chiefs, man, they play ugly and they win ugly. So but David, man, how you doing, buddy? What game are you looking forward to the most, my dude? And I'm assuming it's the Chiefs, right? Yeah, man. Like I said, don't blame me for rooting for your team because, hey, man, that'd be awesome to win 3 in a row. Be the first team in the Super Bowl era to do that. So, but yeah, man. Outside of the Chiefs game, which one are you looking forward to the most, my dude? Let me know. And Cam, I'm gonna be a big Broncos fan tomorrow. Oh no. Oh, the Chiefs, man, they're getting it from everybody right now. Hey, man, that's what happens when you're the 2-time champs, man. The target is on your back, man. It gets bigger and bigger with every win. All right, looks like we are coming back from the commercial break. So we're gonna get the third quarter and these timeouts back on the board. They play the Bills. This weekend, I am anxious about the Packers. Pick the Bills against the Broncos, but won't be mad if the Bills lose. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because I feel like the Bills. The Bills beat the Chiefs earlier. They're the only team to knock them off. Actually, I think. Outside of the Broncos, obviously, to end the year. But yeah, man, that's it. Yeah, Broncos and Bills, man. That's the 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 only 2 teams to beat the Chiefs this season are going to be basically going up against each other and knocking each other off. And the Chiefs are just sitting back and they're laughing, cackling. So we got Lamar under center here, 2 receivers to the left, fullback, running back, hand off to Derrick Henry, and he is good for about 3. Down just shy of the 34. I just don't want to play the Bills. Yeah, man. Like the defense for the Bills has looked good at times, really good in a few games, and then kind of average for a good chunk of the season. But they get turnovers. That's the big thing. They can get turnovers. They can get a couple. And they can get sacks as well. But it feels like it comes in bunches. It comes in waves. Lamar in the pistol. Derrick Henry to his back. It's going to be another handoff. Derrick Henry breaking the tackle to the right and getting the first down, and a nice gain by Derrick Henry. And I'll see you later. Absolutely, Cam. I'll catch you later, brother. Thank you for popping in, man. I appreciate you. And it looks like TJ got hurt on trying to tackle Henry on that one. And a little bit of a stretch play to the right, and Hill bouncing it inside and picking up about 4, maybe 3 on the run. Well, the good news is Cameron Hayward is back on the sidelines, has his helmet here. Another toss. This one to Hill, and he's going to fight his way for a decent gain. It's going to set up a 3rd and very short here for Baltimore. All right, we got 3rd and 2, ball at the 49. They need to get it into Steeler territory. Handoff, and it's not going to get there. They stop Derrick Henry right at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 2 coming up. I mean, if you're Baltimore, man, you're up, 21-0. Do you go for it here at midfield, or do you just say, hey, our defense has really done a pretty good job. We'll probably get the ball back with the same score. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to punt this one away. And Stout kicks this one, and oh, wow, what a punt. It hits right at the 1 and dies basically right at the 2. Wallace able to down that one inside the 5. A heck of a job, man. And when you consider that the returner basically was faking the fair catch at around the 15, an even better job, man. That was a heck of a play by Baltimore, man. Great punt, great special teams. Yeah, man, especially with David, I kind of agree with you. I've been a little bit anxious about the Packers, man. Not because I don't think they have the talent to win. I believe that they can beat any team in the NFL. Like even the Lions, even the Vikings, even though they lost to them twice each. I do believe that the Packers are one of the few teams that can basically match up with any team. Like if you look at the only game that they were that came close to being blown out necessarily was the first game against Detroit. And outside of that, man, everything was just so close. Every single game was close. Green Bay it's a team that you can tell that the youth kind of plays a part in their struggles because they don't start fast, and they can't seem to really figure out how to get going once they start out slow. But they always seem, even though during those games, they always finish strong, man. They find ways to put up points in bunches. So the big thing for them is just always about starting fast. If they can start fast, they're going to be fine. I believe that if they can put up some decent points against this Eagles team, I think they're going to win. If they can at least score 14 points in the first half, I do believe that the Packers are going to win. Even if they're down, 24-14, I still believe the Packers would win that game because they were able to put up some decent points in the first half. They're a really solid second half team. So hopefully the Packers can start out fast and can get it done, man. I would love to see them go up against the Vikings. They would go up against Detroit. I want to see them play against Detroit one more time. If they lose, it is what it is. But I want one more crack at Detroit. So we got 1st and 10 here. Ball at around the 2-yard line, and they're going to hand it off to Najee Harris, and I think it's going to be right back at the line of scrimmage. And a quick throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Darnell Washington down that right seam. Ball was way too low. So we got 3rd and 9, empty set for the Steelers. Once again, still at their own 3-yard line. Warren bouncing back into the backfield. Extra block. Throw over the middle. And Russell Wilson finding Calvin Austin for the first down. Massive gain, 29 yards. Austin took an absolute hit at the end of that catch, man. But he popped up. He seems fine, which is great. Woo! Woo! Let's go, man. The kid making plays out here. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 28 here. So, sorry, that was a 25-yard gain, not 29. And it's going to be a throw to Warren on the flat, and he's good for about 3 or 4. All right, we got 2nd and 5 here. 9:40 on the clock. Russell in the shotgun, 2-by-2 formation. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his left. He's going to have to run, and he'll pick up about 1 yard on the play. I think he was being chased out there by Medibike. Very, very, very quick and very athletic defensive end. So 3rd and 5. Tight end split out to the left. Getting it to his receiver, and it's going to be down around the 30 of Baltimore. And it is Mike Williams just flying down that left sideline. Wilson put it right on him, hit him in stride, and that is some massive, massive yardage. Hot dang, dude. That was right on the money. 1st and 10, ball at the 30. This is already the best drive Pittsburgh has had by far. and trying to find Pat Fryermuth, but the coverage is too tight. Russell just throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Yeah, that throw to Mike Williams, 37 yards, perfectly in stride. So the throw to Calvin Austin, 25 yards, and then the throw to Mike. Combined, 2 catches for 62 yards on this drive. 2nd and 10, Russell looking, rolling, and throws it out of bounds, incomplete. And we got 3rd and 10 coming up. And I mean, this drive started at their own 2. Deep throw to the left, and it's a touchdown! Holy cow, that is to Van Jefferson down the left seam. And what a throw, what a catch, and what a freaking play. Pittsburgh on the board for the first time tonight. Let's go, man. We got ourselves a little bit of a game here, man. Pittsburgh ain't dead yet. Van down by the river Jefferson. I love it. That's what we're calling them from now on. He is no longer just Van Jefferson. He is Van down by the river Jefferson. David Stegosaurus. Quote, January 2025. Let's go, man. Extra point is also good. And the Steelers make it 7-21 here in the 3rd. Right there with you, Dahlia. Like, don't be wrong. I'm kind of pulling for Baltimore. I want to see Lamar win the Super Bowl at some point. But man, I'd be lying to you if I didn't want this game to get just a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Heard it from Tom Grassi. Oh, there you go, man. Tom. Always coming up with the best stuff. Van down by the river Jefferson. That's hilarious. There we go, man. Holy cow. So during that drive, he hit Calvin Austin for 25 yards. He hit Mike Williams for 37. And then he hit Van down by the river, Jefferson, for 30 on that touchdown. Those guys combined for what? 92 yards on a 98-yard drive. Holy cow, man. Like I said, explosive plays. That's what this Steelers defense, this is what they're built to do successfully. They're not a team that can get down the field. Their offense is very similar to what Washington does. It's very much predicated on the play action, and it needs those big explosive plays down the field. And I guarantee you, Tomlin doesn't want to live like that, but that's what he has. And same thing with Washington. It's the first year for them with a new quarterback, new system, everything. Eventually, I guarantee you that Washington, if they can draft well, if they can find some running backs, some extra receivers, they're going to look a little bit different. But right now, that's what the Pittsburgh That's what Pittsburgh needs to do. Get back to what they were doing successfully. Take their chances down the field. They're not going to be able to just matriculate down the field, 3 or 4 or 5 yards at a time. They need the explosive plays. And Baltimore downs it in the end zone. They're going to get the ball at the 30, trying to see if they can respond to Pittsburgh. Yeah, luckily they're showing the all-22 here. I want to see what happened. The safety, Kyle Hamilton, kind of got stuck, kind of bouncing back and forth. He initially was going to go outside to take Van over the top, but then he just bit on something to the center of the field. Play action, Lamar looking and pressured and sacked for the first time tonight. And oh boy, the momentum is starting to shift just a little bit here. TJ Watt in on that sack. Let's see who else was there. Got number 56. That was Highsmith. Was the initial guy that got Lamar down. Second and 20, ball at the 20. 2 receivers to the right. Lamar rolling to his right. Finds his man down the field, and it's a first down for Wallace, I believe. That's a gain of 21 by the little man with some speed. Let's go. All right, first and 10, ball at the 41. Receiver in motion to the right. Now to the left. It's going to be a nice little end around. Gets it to the 50 and down across near the 45 of Pittsburgh. And that was Sims with a nice little end around there on the left side. All right, first and 10, ball just inside the 45 of Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry wants the ball to the 30, 25, 10, 5, touchdown! Derrick Henry with a massive run over the middle, and holy cow. You can actually tell, hopefully they show the replay here. I think Lamar wanted to take that one, but Derrick's like, nah, I got this. And just down the middle, right in the heart of that Pittsburgh defense. Great blocking down the field, and Derrick Henry, man, just explosive. 44 yards on that carry. Extra point is good, and the Ravens said, all right, that was nice, Pittsburgh, but I got one for you. Holy cow. Baltimore is not playing today, man. Boo. Boo from David. Not liking it. I feel you, man. I feel you. I can feel you on that one. You gotta admit, that's a whole lot of running back running down the field. I don't even think if there was a safety that was there, I don't think they're gonna bring him down. Derrick Henry, man, he had a lot of momentum. So yeah, right now Henry, 17 carries, but has 155 yards. He is averaging over 9 carries He's averaging 9 yards per carry. Holy cow, man. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. 9 yards per carry. 2 touchdowns. I picked the Ravens, but I don't want them to win. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, going back to week 1, it was literally a toe was what kept Baltimore from winning that game. But I feel like, to be fair, I think the Chiefs have, during that game, they were not at their best. Talking about the Chiefs. They have played, it seems like some of the stuff that they have been able to fix, especially from the earlier games, I think they're playing a lot better. I think they match up a little bit better with the Ravens. And what I mean by matchup, I think they're able to, not necessarily saying that they're better and they're going to be able to beat the Ravens, but it's just more of like what the Ravens really struggle with is when Lamar is pressured and he's sacked and you can't get him, like he can't stay back there, be able to pick his spots similar to what he's been doing in this game. That's when this Ravens offense really starts to struggle, and the Chiefs have done a pretty solid job at maybe not getting sacks, but getting pressure on quarterbacks. They have done a good job of that. I keep saying the Chiefs, a 3P, then the Bills can win there first. That's fair. That's fair. The Bills, man, that's another franchise too, man, that I'm hoping to see. I'm hoping I can see, or we can see, them win a Super Bowl, man. That's, to be able to go to 4 back-to-back Super Bowls and not get a single one. And the first one that you went to was the closest game. Because the next 3 were just blowout losses. So, yeah. Baltimore, once again, I like Lamar. I want to see him get a look. Oh, they're showing it. There we go. Lamar with Henry. Lamar. There you go. Yeah, so either Lamar wanted to hold on to that, or he was just basically he was allowing Derrick Henry to read, the field, and if he wants it, squeeze the ball, keep it, or take it from me, I should say. All right, Wilson in the shotgun gets it out to Najee Harris, who runs down the field for a nice gain of 8 or 9 on the little swing pass to the right. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I think once again, I think the Chiefs match up well with almost any team. They don't win. They win ugly. They play kind of ugly. They've been playing a little bit better though. Before Week 18, they were playing a little bit better on offense. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. We got 2nd and 1, and play is going to be blown dead. We don't have an indication here of a flag, so I'm just kind of curious of what's going on. David, yes, we will be streaming 3 games, all 3 games. Actually, let me look at the times. Might be overzealous. No, okay, so noon, 3:30. So that Packer game, it might bleed in to the Washington game. I hope it doesn't, because today it didn't. The Texans game ended pretty quickly. I think it was like right up to it. But yeah, we're going to be streaming 3 games. We might be late to the Washington-Tampa game if we're still finishing up the Green Bay game. But yeah, we're going to be doing 3, man. So it's going to be a busy day, but hopefully you guys can pop in. So yeah, 3. And then we're going to do Monday night as well. So yes, sir. Yeah, man, because like every single matchup has been something I wanted to watch. I did want to do the Chargers and the Texans game, but I wanted to hang out with my family. Today was a special day, and so we hung out, got to spend some time with the family. It was good, really really fun. And then, but yeah, man, I love doing this stuff. So I was like, hey, I gotta race home, gotta do a game tonight, man. I have to. So, but yeah, but tomorrow 3 games, and then we're gonna do Monday night. But yeah, like Denver, Buffalo, don't want to miss that, dude. I do not want to miss that. Obviously, I'm gonna watch a Green Bay game. It's always the highlight of my week. And then, like I said, Washington and Tampa. Those two teams match up so well with each other. I want to see how that looks. And then Rams and Vikings, man. The Vikings were literally 11 points away from being the number 1 seed in the NFC. And instead, they drop all the way down to the 5th seed and play on the road. And then the Rams are a really solid team. I like what they do on offense. I like their defense, even though it's a little up and down. But, man, that defensive line for the Rams is always just exciting to see. Jared Verse, all those guys, man. Just the way that they've been able to maybe not fill the shoes of a departed Donald, but to be able to make up some, create a new identity on that defense has been amazing to watch. So I want to see that game as well. So all the matchups in the playoffs have been amazing. And so I really want to watch. We're going to stream as many as we can. C-Strom! Howdy, sir. How you doing? Welcome, my dude. Oh, boy. Stroud's game. Oh, yeah, man. Ooh, that was a wild, wild game. I did not get a chance to watch any of it. I'm going to have to watch the highlights at some point tonight as I'm kind of prepping for tomorrow. But, yeah, man. The Strouds came out strong, man. I thought they were going to lose. I'm not going to lie. I picked the Chargers to win, and the Strouds were like, oh yeah, we'll show you in the second half here, and just walloped the Chargers. Wait, did the Steelers score? Yes, they did. They scored on a 98-yard drive, and Najee Harris with a screen breaks a tackle, gets it inside the 40 down to the 37, and the Steelers are in Ravens territory. But yes, on the opening drive for the Steelers, they got the ball at the 2, and they were able to pick up 25 yards or more on 3 passing plays, and it ended in a 30-yard touchdown throw to Van Jefferson. And it's going to be a run by Harris to the left, bounces off his own guy, and it's going to be taken down after a minimal gain. There's a fumble, though. There is a fumble. Najee Harris is writhing on the ground here. Hopefully he's okay. And the fumble is recovered by the Steelers. Holy cow, man. A lot is happening. Sorry, guys. I will get back to the chat here. I'm just kind of, oh, yeah, that's 100% a fumble. Najee Harris just got absolutely just drilled into the ground. Holy cow. So luckily, it looks like he was able to walk off the field. So we got 2nd and 9. Wilson in the shotgun. Looking, throwing it deep to the right sidelines. Finds George Pickens, who strolls in to the end zone after them making an incredible spin move to avoid contact. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are on fire offensively. Let's go. Holy cow, man. Holy cow. Holy cow, man. What is going on in this game? I'm loving the second half right now. 3 touchdown drives. But holy cow. 3 back-to-back touchdown drives. Let's go. And the extra point is good. Oh, what are you doing? All right. All right, let's look at some of the. There we go. Sorry, my mouse was having a day right now. All right, let's see here. Stroud's Wade, did the Steelers score? Yes, they did. You're a Cowboys fan, right? Yes, that's good. I hope we drafted it. There we go. There we go. And that is, yes, the second touchdown, obviously there by George Pickens, wild, and it was 0-21 at halftime. Yes, so now Pittsburgh has made it a very interesting game, 14-28. And the Steelers, man, just throwing it down the field. Russell Wilson over 200 yards. I think at halftime he only had like 80 something yards through the air, so he's picked up a pretty big chunk over this third quarter. George Pickens now has 2 for 44 and a touchdown. That was a 36-yard touchdown grab, and that move to avoid the hit by the safety. Chef's kiss, man. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That's the kind of that is the kind of George Pickens that this team needs. They've needed him for the last couple games. He has been struggling. It's good to see him kind of get back to what he's been basically doing for a good chunk of the season, being that deep threat for this offense. And Seastrom, I agree with you, man. They do not need to draft a kicker. I would like the Cowboys to see if they can draft some offensive line, because I think they really need that, and then either a receiver or a second running back to kind of pair with Uncle Rico there in the backfield. Because I feel like Dowdo, he played really, really well. Played really well this season. Yeah, and Chris, man, Steelers are finally moving this ball down the field, man. It has made the second half already significantly more interesting. Hopefully they can keep it going. Yeah, Pickens has been a bit of a diva recently. Yeah, and the weird thing is though, like I don't know if it's like you look at the receivers in Pittsburgh. Like it started with Antonio, and then it went to Juju for a little bit there, doing like some TikTok dances, and now George as well. It's weird, man, because like one, it wasn't like that before. You had Hines, you had all these other guys that were just kind of like they kind of did their job. They were pretty quiet for the most part. All right, and then looks like there's a flag on Baltimore here. So, but yeah, then the last couple of years, man, I don't know. It's been very weird how that keeps on happening with Steeler receivers, but they're talented. So we'll see how much of a stream I'll catch tomorrow. I have to make some food for Chris. Oh, hey, do your thing, man. Do your thing. No worries, man. If you can pop in even for a little bit just to say hi, always appreciated, man. But trust me, if you're busy, hey, man, you gotta live your life, my dude. Football is always a luxury. Throw over the middle and great coverage by the Steelers. 2nd and 15. Trying to get it to Andrews, and Elliott said nah. Number 25 said nah. Offensive line, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, running back, Zeke is gone again, and not that we did a great job with him this year, so they're clearly in need. Absolutely, man. Like, I would want to hit that defense as well, but I think that offense really needs, I think it needs it more than the defense right now. And it's going to be a keeper by Lamar, and he'll get it across the 30. That's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6 there. Got some brisket, sausage. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Does it make sense to have those things without Mexican? Absolutely, man. You gotta have the Mexican rice. Cool. We got 3rd and 10. Ball just past the 30. Lamar dropping back and unable to connect with Isaiah Likely. That ball might have either been tipped, but from the looks of it, I think Lamar just missed on that throw. All right, man. The Steelers defense getting a stop. Yeah, dude. You throw some rice. I also like. I'm big on beans, man. Rice and beans with any type of meat. That's a meal and a half, my friend. It's always a good time. I've never had rice and beans with some meat and not enjoyed it. Can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. As long as you cook everything properly, at least. Not that this party is with family, but the sentiment. Hey, there we go. Heck yeah, dude. Ooh. They run into the punter. Oh, boy. So it was going to be running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker. So all it would have done, it was made them redo the kick. So Baltimore decides to decline the penalty, and the Steelers will get the ball at the 25. Oh, heck yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah, dude, like growing up with in a Mexican household, that's, if you guys didn't know, I'm Mexican. Growing up, man, like food, board games, like the kids, are off to the side. The adults are kind of doing their thing, probably watching like some boxing event or a soccer game or even football as well. But yeah, man, it was, yeah, those are always like some really fun memories. When I look back at them, always a good time with the cousins, with the family, eating some great food, with some sports somewhere in the household, and also just playing some other games as well. Running into the punter is like kicking kids. Well, hey man, sometimes those kids deserve it. I'm just saying, just you know, mostly you get in trouble, but sometimes it's actually hilarious to see. It is, man, especially when the punters are like, the punters are people too, man. He gets it underneath to Harris, who fights his way across the 30. Holy cow, man. Najee Harris not stopping those legs. I think he was taken down at around the 27, or it was about to, and then just popped forward for a gain of like an extra 4. 2nd and 4, ball at the 31. Russell in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, single receiver to the left. Sorry, 2 receivers to the left as well. Wilson looking and throwing this one away. It looks like his receiver is not on the same page. Hungry, hungry hippos, man. Absolutely. It was also sometimes there was like a table that I think it was at my cousin's house. They had a table that it was like slightly slanted, So you always wanted to get I think it was like the pink hippo. You always wanted to get that one because the balls would always go towards there. I found that out when I got older. I was like, yeah, you cheating people. And it's going to be a slant round to Pickens, and that's a first down across the 40, and the Steelers are rolling. Also, I mentioned elsewhere, but can you imagine if the Strouds go out and one and done? And oh my God, dude, that would be. Ooh. Just needs the Broncos and the Steelers to lose, so not a guarantee. That is true. That's true. We got 1st and 10. Russell in the shotgun. Tries to throw the ball, and it's batted at the line. And it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up for the Steelers. Was that Metabike? Yes, it was, man. The big man getting those big giant paws up there. Knock it out of the way. Russell in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. And gets it out to Jaylen Warren, who falls backwards for a gain of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 8. Will the Broncos win? It'd be wild to see Bo Nix. Like, dude, Perna would absolutely go wild if the Broncos win tomorrow. Yeah, because if the Broncos win, they go up against the Chiefs, right? They're the 7th seed. So yeah, that would be a very interesting matchup. So we got 3rd and 8 here. Single receiver to the right. Wilson in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left. Tight end in the slot. Ball at the 44. Pressure. Wilson rolling, and he's going to be sacked back at the 35. And the Baltimore Ravens defense, man, coming up big. I want the Broncos to lose because Brenna would be insufferable otherwise. That's hilarious. That is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, and we're going to head to the 4th here after a commercial break. Oh man, dude, Perna would be hilarious if his Broncos won, because at some point the Broncos. I mean, it's possible they could win it all, but I don't think they will this year. But eventually, because he's gonna talk so much smack, and then eventually it's gonna blow up in his face. It'd be hilarious. Like, I love Perna, man, but he's at his funniest when he's talking all this smack and then it just falls apart. Like when he was talking smack when they got Russell Wilson, the fall of his confidence week per week was just hilarious. It was great entertainment. And the same thing when they got Peyton. Like once again, he was like, "Oh, we're back. We got Russell Wilson. We got the coach." And then week per week, it just got worse and worse for Perna. So I don't know. Part of me kind of hopes that the Broncos win, because it'd be hilarious to see Perna just talk all this smack and then eventually potentially losing to the Chiefs. It would be comedic gold, I would say. Yeah, man. Bo Nix had like a very quiet but very, very, like, almost historic, at least in terms of like the Broncos, for sure historic season for them, man. By far, probably their best rookie QB since probably John Elway, which I'm not saying he's John Elway, but I mean the numbers indicate that Bo Nix is going to be. It looks like they finally got their quarterback. They finally found the quarterback they've been looking for since Peyton Manning left. And the interesting thing too was heading into this season, man. There was like a lot of like smack talk about these rookie quarterbacks, how they're this year is if it was a little bit better, some of these guys wouldn't be drafted in the first round. I was like, almost every single one of these guys played well. Like Michael Penix, when he played towards the end there, he looked good. Punt is away, and it's going to be downed inside the 20 by Sims. Bo Nix, obviously, just talked about him. Caleb, I think he had probably the roughest rookie season, but even then, you saw flashes of why he was picked first overall. And then Jaden Daniels looked good. Drake May, I think he had a solid season, but he arguably had the worst team assembled around him at that point. Like he did not have like DJ Moore. He didn't have Keenan Allen. Like he didn't have. I mean, I don't think I could name off the top of my head one of their receivers. 1st and 10. Derrick Henry with a run, and that's going to be 9 yards for the big man. He is well on his way to 175 or more. Holy cow, man. Is Bo Nix better than Tim Tebow? Well, he has to win he has to win the playoff game, man. Otherwise, Tim Tebow is still the greatest Broncos QB of all time. Another run, and Derrick Henry taken down for a loss of about 2 on that one. And that was the wily veteran, the old man in the middle, Cameron Hayward, taking the big man down. Still, can we talk about Tim Tebow, man? That throw in overtime against the Steelers, I remember watching that live, and I was absolutely stunned by that throw. That is probably still Tim's best throw in the NFL. From the distance to how it looked, obviously the circumstances, crazy. Throw to Hill on that left sideline, and that's a first down for Baltimore, man. I think if he beats this Bills team, I think so. Like I think, especially with the Broncos, I think this season is already a success. You made the playoffs when most people thought you would be lucky to, get 5 or 6 wins. And a handoff, Derrick Henry fighting his way for a gain of about 3 on that one. So you made the playoffs. You've potentially found your franchise quarterback, and the rest of your team played really well. That defense was basically one of the best for most of the season, and your receivers, those running backs, you found the weapons all over the place. That they're all young, they're all affordable at the same time. So yeah. Yeah, I think regardless of what happens, I think the Broncos can be happy with the season, but if they beat the Bills, man, holy cow. Lamar with another handoff. Derrick Henry over the middle and picking up another 3 or 4. It'll make it a 3rd and manageable here for Baltimore. Third and 4, 3 receivers on that right side. Lamar in the shotgun, takes the snap, pressure in his face, quick throw, and gets it out to, is that Wallace or Sims there? I think he's going to be short of the first down, so 4th and 1 coming up. Oh boy. Tight end sneak, and they got it. It's a first down on 4th and 1. And the Ravens keep it going. No, but I agree with you, Seastrom. I think if the Broncos win, I think the hype around Bo Nix and this team, this Broncos team next year, definitely going to be a lot higher than it was this year. And there's a flag. It's a very late flag. So it looks like it's going to be on the Steelers. So that'll be a first down. So the tight end sneak there by Andrews is not going to count because apparently somebody on the Steelers side was lined up in the neutral zone. Sorry, they're taking forever to spot this ball. There we go. All right. 1st and 10, ball at the 45 of Baltimore. Ravens in the eye. Handoff to Derrick Henry. And he's good for about a yard, maybe 2 on the play. All right, Pittsburgh doing a little bit of a better job on this drive of stopping Derrick Henry, man. The big chunks are not there right now. Dude, just look at how many guys are on the line. You got 8 guys on the defensive line. It's going to be a run. Justice Hill, and he's going to lose about 3 yards on the carry. Never had a chance. Eight guys on the line, and I mean, gotta give it to Baltimore. They're consistent. They're like, yeah, we'll still run the ball. That was the big man, Cameron Hayward, just stuffing Hill back there. Let's go spin moves. Let's go pick sixes. Lamar looking over the middle, and will get it to his receiver, who's going to unfortunately not be able to hold on to it. And that'll be incomplete. And that was intended for Tylan Wallace. So the good news for Baltimore being able to convert that 4th down on the penalty, you were able to basically they ate up an extra 2 minutes off the clock. And it's going to be caught at the 11. Austin weaving his way through the special teams and finally taken down at the 25. Gain of about 15 on the return. Does anybody remember the spin moves in those early to mid 2000s Madden games? Dude, they were so deadly. Now when I do them, dude, I don't know if it's maybe I'm just timing them wrong. I can't get away from a tackle, man. I either have to just juke or I just have to just like outrun the defender. I can't spin move anymore. I don't know, man. No, I only played NFL Blitz. Ah, that is true. Oh, I actually went to speaking of Blitz, I actually went to an arcade with a buddy of mine and they had Blitz 2001. And oh boy, not gonna lie, dude, it's been a long time since I've had that much fun playing a football game because it is just Blitz is just so arcadey, so cartoonish. It's the best. It is the absolute best. Like I wish they would bring that back. Like I wish who like what was it Midway who made that game? Like somebody needs like some gaming company needs to bring Blitz back, but like in that form. Like don't try to make it, you know, like lifelike like the NFL. No, just doesn't even have to be. I don't care if it even if it has like the actual NFL players. To be honest with you, like it'd be cool, but I wouldn't matter. I just want to play a Blitz game like on the PS5, Xbox, or something. San Fran Rush. Oh boy, dude, that's a throwback right there, man. So we got first and 10. We're back here from the commercial break. Wilson running and getting about 5 yards on the run to the right. San Fran Rush. Extreme racing. Such a 90s thing, too, to just throw in the word extreme. The only way you could make that word more 90s is if you took the E and just started with the X. It's going to be a quick throw to George Pickens on that left side, and that's a first down for the Steelers. Gain of 6. So yeah, so San Fran Rush you can actually play it on the PlayStation in 1998. But man, dude, like those games, man, they some company has to bring those back, man. First and 10, Wilson looking, throwing it deep down the left sideline, and Pickens comes down with it inbounds. Great catch. I don't know how good of a throw it was because I think should have been probably picked off, but a heck of a job by George Pickens, man. Keeping the toes in, high pointing that ball too. Wilson deep throw again to the left and incomplete. Second and 10 coming up. All right, second and 10, ball at the 38. Wilson in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. Pickens alone to the left. Baltimore showing pressure, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty here. It looks like it's false start on the Steelers, man. And that was actually on Najee Harris, man. All right. Shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Wilson looking pressured and going to be taken down for a sack back at the 50. And Baltimore's defense, man, pinning their ears back, and they're getting after Russell Wilson right now. And that was the athletic defensive end, Owe, with a sack. 3rd and 22, 4 receivers set. Wilson takes the snap. Quick throw, gets it out to Van down by the River Jefferson for a minimal gain of about 7 or 8. 4th and 15 coming up here for the Steelers. We got an empty set. We're going to see how this... Oh, man, is he going to have enough time? Baltimore kind of with a little bit of a 3-down lineman spy on him as well. Deep throw over the middle and incomplete. Turnover on downs. And the defender smartly not picking that one off. And Baltimore going to get it around midfield here with 6:06 left in the game. Up by 14. Man, we haven't had a score since like midway, like a little over midway through the 3rd. Like that flurry, Steelers scored a touchdown, Ravens scored a touchdown, Steelers again, and since then, man, it's just been all defense. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 43. Hand off to Henry, and he's going to be taken down after a gain of 1. All right, man, Pittsburgh doing a heck of a job of they're just focused on stopping Henry at this point. All right, 2 receivers to the right, shotgun, and Lamar keeping it, running to the left, gets it out across the 50, and he's going to be about a yard shy. 3rd and 1 coming up. Lamar telling the crowd to quiet down. Takes the snap, run to the right, and Lamar Jackson picking up about 5 yards on 3rd and 1. And that is a 1st down. And the Ravens are going to get this clock under 4 minutes, and it's going to keep going. And with that last run, that gives Lamar over 600 yards on the ground. That is the most ever by a quarterback in the postseason for a career. Sims in motion to the right. Another handoff to Derrick Henry. He's going to get it down just inside the 40. Derrick Henry, 24 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's been the formula for Baltimore this season. You know, keep Lamar clean in the pocket, allow him to run, allow him to pass, allow him time, I should say, to pass, and then get Derrick Henry with those big chunk plays. And it's going to be a throw to the right with Andrews, and he's going to pick up nearly the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 1 again. This throw down to the right. But we got a flag on the field. And it's going to be holding on Pittsburgh, so automatic 1st down. That was on Joey Porter. All right, 1st and 10. Toss to the right. Henry with some space, some momentum, and he's picking up a gain of nearly 9 yards. Clock is under 3 minutes, and Baltimore is likely 1 1st down, maybe 2 actually. 2 1st downs away from just putting this game away officially. I mean, at this point, I don't know even if the Steelers get the ball back here, man, they have just been so dependent on that deep throw to get them down the field. They got to do that twice on the drive. It's going to be a handoff to Hill, and that's a 1st down. That'll get it to the 2-minute warning. And the Baltimore Ravens are 2 minutes away from moving on to the divisional round and knocking off their division rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Outmatched. Could be, man. Could be. Yeah, that's it was looking good in the 3rd quarter, man, for Pittsburgh. They were like, okay, we got the ball back. It was 14-28. They had a chance to cut it down to 7. But then the offense just couldn't find anything else, man. Yeah, like right now, Pittsburgh has 11 carries for just 29 yards. Like, I mean, yeah, you were down 21 to nothing, but that is wild that you just have only been able to run the ball 11, or that you've ran the ball 11 times. And even when you did, you didn't find success. Jaylen Warren with the best per carry average, 2 for 6, just 3 yards. Najee, 6 for 17, 2.8 yards. Uh, Russell Wilson with the longest carry for 5 yards. It's like, you got to run the ball, man. In the playoffs, you have to run the ball. And that's, I'm not saying anything that's like mind blowing here. That's been true for a long time. But even if you were able to throw the ball down the field, like look at like Russell Wilson, his numbers look solid. 20 from 29, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked 4 times, but that's not great. But like none of this wouldn't indicate that it was like, oh, that's it. You could win with those kinds of numbers. You could win pretty convincingly with those kinds of numbers. But when you're barely able to get, 2.5 yards per carry, and on top of that, Lamar, Derrick Henry. I mean, Baltimore is nearing 300 yards on the ground. They have 46 carries, 289 yards. That is an average of over 6 yards per carry. That is wild, man. Nearly 50 carries, and you're averaging over 6 yards per carry. So we got 1st and 10, inverted I here, handoff to Hill. He finds a little bit of space, gets it inside the 20 down to the 18. And the Yinzers are going to have to use a timeout here. We're going to go to another commercial break. Come on, we just came back from one. Come on. Come on. And don't worry, you're not missing anything right now. We're on commercial break. Hopefully they don't go to commercial break one more time before this game is over. Looks like the NFL had a little bit of an extra slot. They're like, oh, we can squeeze one more in. Nearly done folding laundry. This has certainly been an interesting game to watch. Absolutely. I agree. Thank you to the third quarter there. But yeah, no. And to be fair, like the Ravens have looked good for the majority of this game. Even when they gave up those 2 touchdowns to the Steelers, those were just like some wild, deep throws that it was like 50-50 balls basically. And it was just a heck of a play, heck of a throw by Russell. Great catch by his receivers. So Baltimore has really played well. I think some people are going to be disappointed. They're like, oh man, they only scored 7 in the second half. They didn't need to score any more. um, they might need to score more in the divisional round, but 28, hey man, you won by 2 touchdowns. It's going to be tough to argue with the results. And a run over the middle with Henry and nearly picking up the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 down to the 13. And Pittsburgh uses their second. Can only stop the clock one more time. Completely off topic. My favorite Spanish phrase is "¿Dónde está la biblioteca?" I feel like Deadpool might have something to do with that. I feel like Ryan Reynolds has made that phrase very popular. Yeah, granted, I have a lot of favorite phrases. I feel like Mexican Spanish, especially, is just so creative with its use of language. It's a beautiful language. And that's going to be a first down for the Ravens on that tight end sneak. That is the 4th time they have used that play, and it has been successful every time. And that is likely going to be it for this game. Looks like the Steelers are not even using their final timeout. Obviously, no point. We almost had a little bit of a fight there. In Baltimore, 299 rushing yards in this game. 1 shy of 300. Holy cow, man. 300 rushing yards in a game in the playoffs. Oh, was it before Deadpool? I know Vamos a la playa, ¿dónde está la biblioteca? That was kind of like I feel like that was like something that was like very common in some Spanish classes, but let me know where you heard it and why is it your favorite phrase. And Lamar takes a final kneel down, and that is it. Baltimore moving on to the divisional round. Lamar Jackson getting a big W here in the Steelers season, which feels like a disappointment because of the way that they finished the regular season. Obviously, this is their 5th consecutive loss. But let's be honest, man. There were some, at least what I heard, there was definitely a lot of people that are like, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, are you even going to make the playoffs? But 10-7, man. And there were times where this Steelers team looked like one of the best in the NFL. So I think they definitely need to draft some guys on that offense. That offensive line needs to play better. Russell Wilson needs to play better. And I think that defense wasn't at its best in December and into January. So I learned Spanish back in 1996. I was thinking, oh, okay, there we go. It does have like biblioteca. It always, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? It has like a rhythm and an emphasis to it. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And that's the game, pretty much. First day of the playoffs. Let's hope tomorrow is just as good. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. It's okay, man. I took 3 years of French in middle school. The only 2 phrases that I know for sure are Madame Chocolat Chaud, which is Madam, may I have, or Madam Chocolate, please. If we did really well, like on a quiz or whatever, we get a chance to either have, like on a baguette, we used to have that and with some Nutella, or we could do like a chocolate, like a little mini little chocolate, hot chocolate. And yeah, so that, and then oh man, is that it? Is that all I know from French? Yeah, that's it. 3 years. That's all I know. One phrase. And I don't even think it's grammatically correct. Let me see here. Go Pack, go tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go, David. We gotta get a win. We gotta get a win. You know, again, all I want is the Packers to play the Detroit Lions one more time. Is it third time's the charm, or are we just gonna be swept? We'll see. Are you rooting for Tampa Bay? Let me see here. Probably the Commanders, to be honest. It's fair. Yeah, man. Like if I same thing. If my team can't make it all the way, at least I want maybe somebody from my division to represent us in the Super Bowl. Maybe. Dos cervezas, por favor. ¿Dónde está el baño? ¿Dónde está el teléfono? I like their gumption. Don't hate them nearly as much as the Eagles. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, they're the Commanders are a team that's easy to root for. One of my favorite phrases in Spanish is actually I don't want to say that because it might be a little bit of let me switch it up a little bit here. No manches. That's always a nice one. Like when somebody's doing something like kind of dumb, you know, like hey, you know, clean up that blah blah blah. You know, like hey, can you pick up the books? They do it terribly. I'm like, no manches, man, no manches. What are you doing? Come on, man. It's like basically that's kind of what it means. It's like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Come on, man. So, no manches. Picked up Duolingo last month to brush up on my Spanish. I understand a lot of the rules, stuff like conjunction and a feminine and masculine form. Mostly just need to broaden my vocabulary. That's fair. There was actually I'm gonna have to I think I took a picture of it. I'm gonna have to find it somewhere. But I'll on one of the games either tomorrow or sometime in the playoffs here. I'll try to put it on the chat. It was I got a book for a buddy of mine who was like he's learning Spanish, and it did a great job of like conversational Spanish. Like it highlighted the word that it was trying to basically kind of get you to learn how to use it in context, how to use it like different examples. Very very simple, easy to read, all in one page for that one word, and I think it even gave you illustrations on each page as well. So. But yeah, I'll have to look it up. I actually picked it up at Barnes and Nobles for a pretty good deal. So yeah, man. So if you're trying to kind of open up the vocabulary, I think that book might help you out a little bit. So I'll definitely have to look that up. I'm gonna try to get it tomorrow. There we go. You got the MV3 towel there for Lamar. Yeah, so very quickly, let's look at the final stats before we head out of here. So Lamar, 16 for 21, a $175 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks, was sacked only one time. Derrick Henry, 26 carries, 186 yards, averaged over 7 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, big runs. Both of his touchdowns were just massive, massive runs. Lamar, 15 for 81. Steven Sims, 1 for 15. And Justice Hill, 6 for 12. Isaiah Likely led the Ravens with 3 for 53. And Baltimore's defense, no interceptions, but were able to pick up 4 sacks on the way. But yeah, no, definitely going to look that up. I think I have the receipt somewhere, but regardless, I'll find it. But yeah. Russell Wilson, 20 for 29, 270, 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields, 0 for 1. Najee Harris leading rusher with 6 for 17. George Pickens, 5 for 87, a touchdown. Najee, 3 for 41. Van down by the River Jefferson, 2 for 37, and that 30-yard touchdown. Mike Williams only caught that one 37-yarder that helped set up that first touchdown drive for the Steelers. Calvin Austin, same thing. His only catch came on that first touchdown drive. That was 1 for 25. And then just the one touchdown for the Steelers defense, man. And I'm just realizing there was not a single turnover in this game. No interceptions, no fumbles. Especially like a AFC North. That is wild. No turnovers, no picks, no fumbles, no safeties, nothing. Pretty clean game by the offenses, man. They're playing well. So heck yeah, man. Let's go. Oh man. Well, what a heck of a game, man. Houston getting a big win over the Chargers early today, 32-12. They move on to face either the Chiefs or let me see here, either the Chiefs or potentially Buffalo. It's going to be dependent on if the Broncos win. Oh no, sorry. Houston, no, they won their division. So no, they'll either go up against Denver, which no, God, I swear I've been paying attention. So yeah, no. So it's gonna be. So if Denver wins, they go up against Kansas City. If they don't, it's gonna be Houston versus Kansas City. That's how it has to go. Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, Houston is either going to go up against Kansas City or it's going to be them and the Ravens. Thank you. My goodness. Sorry. Woo. It's been a long day. I'll make that excuse, right? So yeah. So Houston, Chiefs, or the Ravens. And then Denver, they are either going to go up. Their only option if they win, it's going to be Kansas City. So holy cow. Sure is what they say about the Steelers defense. Normally their strong point, lack of turnovers. Yeah, man. Lack of turnovers, and they could have used some for sure in this game. Could have changed the whole momentum. And I thought they were gonna get something going when they sacked Lamar that one time. But that was the first and only time they got to him. Yeah, and the Steelers defense, the last month, man, they looked good in the beginning. They had a little bit of a lull in the middle there, but then they looked good again. And then ever since that Bengals game where they gave up 38 points, right? That was the 44-38 victory for them. Ever since that game, the Pittsburgh defense has it just never really returned to the how they were playing early in the season. There we go. Houston going up against either the Ravens or the KC, man. So yeah, I couldn't remember if Baltimore was ahead of the Buffalo Bills there, but yeah, no, Houston is gonna go up against Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting matchup as well, man. Because if Houston can play like they did in the second half against the Chargers, they're gonna be they're gonna be a tough out for anybody. And I guarantee you, if you're Houston, you want to go up against the Ravens because you kind of want a little bit of a measure of revenge after last season. Yeah, so if Green Bay wins, they go up against Detroit. That's their only path. But if Philly wins, that means Minnesota, if they win, they go up against Detroit. So either way, unless the unless Green Bay and Minnesota both lose, the Detroit Lions will likely be facing one of their own division rivals in the divisional round here. Right? I'm trying to think here. Oh my goodness, I keep on forgetting about Washington. Man, dude, my brain is like gone now. I don't know what's going on. So no, Washington could go up against I forget they're the 6th seed. That's it. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So those are the scenarios. Hopefully Green Bay gets a win because I want to see them go up against Detroit. So simple as that. Green Bay just needs to win tomorrow. All right. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for me today. Clearly, I need to go to sleep. But thank you so much, man. We had a lot of people in this chat, man, today. This might have been the most we've had in a chat since the Giants and Cowboys game when Tom rated us, which was awesome. But yeah, man. So shout out to Dahlia, shout out to Chris. Thank you for popping in, man. Good to see you again, dude. Cam, thank you for popping in, man. Congrats on your team's victory today. David, thank you for popping in here, man. Thank you for staying as well, man. Always appreciate you, man. Of course, Seastrom, thank you, dude. Doing laundry, watching the game, and watching me. Thank you, man. Thank you. But yeah, man. What a heck of a game. Third quarter was wild. And but yeah, man, we're gonna keep it rolling tomorrow. 3 games. I'm gonna make sure I gotta try to get something to eat before those games starts, man. But yeah, 3 games, starting with Denver versus Buffalo. Not sure which of those they prefer. It's an interesting question. So my pick for tomorrow. Um, so yeah, my predictions: Buffalo, I believe, is going to get a win. I just think that as long as that Buffalo defense can play above average, so even like once again, just doing what they need to do, I believe that Buffalo offense is going to put up at least 30 points. So I think that's going to, if their defense can hold up, they're going to get a win. Green Bay, I cannot pick against my team. I believe that they match up well with the Philadelphia Eagles, and if the Packers can start out quick, they're going to win. That's my prediction. Washington versus Tampa. I'm going to go Tampa Bay. I like their defense. I think if they can find some success in the running game, that's going to propel them past the Commanders. So I'm calling it Tampa Bay is going to get a win tomorrow night. And then for Monday, I want the Rams to win. I really do. But I think it's going to be the Vikings. They impressed me the last month, man. They looked really good. So Buffalo, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and Minnesota. Those are my predictions. And then let's go Packers. Absolutely. Seastrom, let's go. And have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a couple more games. So once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Thank you.